Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
It is time for a little look ahead lines on a Wednesday night, August the 17th. Welcome on in to the show. Hope everybody's doing good, having a nice Tuesday of baseball. We'll see how we do in our games today. But it's all about NFL Week 2. If you're popping in, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, leave a comment if you wish, and let's get right to it. Last week, we go 6-3 overall with our NFL. 3-1 in the video for Midday Money. If you're not watching Midday Money, you should be. You should be. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. You want to go over there? I threw these out there on the old Twitter universe. Come give me a follow. Come give me a follow. Please follow me. So we'll start it off. Well, let's look at some baseball right now. So I got a couple games going on here. We got what do we have during the day? We cashed Twins run line. Marlins in the over split. We have the Mets run line from the video. Look like it'll offset our Miami Marlin video, so that'll put us up $20. We have Cardinals run line on the ticket tonight. It's 3-1 right now. Looking good so far. Astros run line, not good. 3-2. Under Dodgers looking good. Giants scoreless. And that's that. What else we got? Minnesota won. Miami lost. Over hit. Cleveland run line looks like a loser. So 2-2 with a couple pending there. But let's get into football here. Thursday night NFL. Bears in Seattle. This game was a 3.5-er. Went up to 5. Back down to 3.5. Total really not moving much. I got Seattle. In the video, I have it at 4.5. Not the best number. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. It is what it is. I like Seattle. Again, for me, it comes down to little QB rotations here with Drew Lock and Geno. Like that a little better than the Bears outfit. But again, the number, we talk about this. Is it critical to have a good number? We had a bad number in Baltimore. We had the higher number, still cashed. Going back to the Hall of Fame, we had a great number on the total, 33. It lost. We had a good number, Seattle over 33. Closed at 36. So we'll see what happens. Give me Seattle, though. Friday action, Panthers, Patriots. Big swings in this game. Carolina was a 2-point dog, 2-point fave, back to a 2.5-point dog. I like Carolina. I got Carolina on the money line at 125 the other day. This New England team, I did this with Ross Benjamin on Tuesday. Well, Matt Patricia and Joe Judge calling plays. I'm not sold on that. Whether preseason or regular season, I'm not. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Give me Carolina, Baker, Donald, PJ Walker. If you want to say Belichick's history says he covers, he does good in preseason, I'm not going to say no. I understand. You have guys who, as coaches, expect their teams to win. They show up. I faded the Patriots last week against the Giants. I'm going to do it again here. Doing it again here. Give me the Panthers. Give me the Panthers. No real movement. I wrote these lines. I loaded these lines up today in the show around 4 o'clock today. What time? 5:30, I said. I wrote down in my little pad here. Had my 9 o'clock early lines on Monday. By 8 o'clock that night, we had some movement. And by 5:30 earlier tonight. So that's what these lines are based off of. But I'm looking at the live ones. No real difference here. New Orleans and Green Bay. 3 and 39.5 Monday morning. It's basically 3 and 40s. I see a couple 39.5s, but not much movement here. And for I really, again, no opinion. Didn't bet it. Like we said last week in the San Fran game, I want to see Jordan Love. You think you have a little advantage with a guy like that playing a whole game, right? And he should play the whole game. He should play 3 quarters, Jordan Love, if Rodgers doesn't play. He's the future, right? He's the first round pick backing the cat up. And New Orleans, uh, this even the regular season line here for this team. So it's up to 5.5 now. It's 3, keeps going up here in Atlanta, uh, and I sort of understand. I kind of like Winston, but you got wide receivers. Thomas come back from injury. I just don't know. I might grab a little Mariota and the Falcons here in week 1, as we're just because we got the Saints in front of us here. Ian Book, so we get the bulk. Are we going to see anything here? And I said to Ross, I said it here last week. I've said it in the Midday Money Show. We lose a preseason game. So is this we're going to see regular season action here? We're going to see the guys come to play? Obviously, Aaron Rodgers for a half. It's a big deal. But on the flip side of that, preseason or not, I don't think he's going to play a full game. You don't roll this guy out for full games. You don't roll out a lot of number one quarterbacks for full games in the preseason. You want to give him a half? And even, is this the game they roll him out in? Maybe it's next week. Like, how do you roll out in a 3-game preseason? Basically, I mean, you're almost a month off of opening day for NFL, right? I mean, we're talking September 11th, basically Sunday. All the games go off. I mean, that is this game. I don't. I would lean a little Saints, I guess, just because I like getting a couple points. But just avoid it. You don't have to bet every preseason game, folks. Don't have to do it. Texans and the Rams up next. I got Houston. I got Houston. On the site, they got them at 3. They open as a little dog. I don't know why. The Rams. And I said this before, Russ. I heard some report that they're worried about Stafford's elbow. I thought we'd see one quarterback last week. He didn't even play the game. I thought for sure Rams were just going to take off. I think this is a game they take off. Obviously, I'm laying 3 points with a Texan team that, again, I like them opening day. Preseason here, I just like the QBs. Kyle Allen, Driscoll, Davis Mills, my guy from last year. Give me the Texans. We'll lay it. We'll get a little comments here. See who's in the comment section. Tim was right. Chicago Sky just lost to the Liberty. I have no clue about the WNBA. No clue. Let's get back to these games. We'll wrap up Friday, head to Saturday action. Then I got to get to bed. All right, Saturday, we got the Lions and the Colts, 1.5, 40.5. No real movement here. Maybe a 39.5 out here. Again, for me, not really like much. I would lean Detroit. Again, but when I said last week too, everybody's going to kind of jump on this team a little bit. And I'm a little worried about my opening day pick on them because they're going to be fresh in everybody's minds with Hard Knocks. But I'll lean Lions here. Again, not in the show. We're not picking them, not yet at least. Broncos and the Bills. Denver opened, I saw, as a 1.5 point fave. Bills up to 4.5. I like Buffalo. Again, this comes down to quarterback play for me here. If Russ plays the whole game, that's one thing. He's not doing that. And the Bills have capable backups who actually didn't really play that good. Threw a couple picks last game. I'm expecting a little better from that outfit here. Washington and the Chiefs. This was a 3.5. Now it's a 4. Total 42, 42 and a half. Not much movement here. Again, Washington team. Can you jump on them? You think you're getting a little value here? All I know is I said this the other day. When we have our dogs like 3.5 up to 7, fours, we get into that kind of range, 4, 5, sixes. The favorites tend to. I got +4 here. It should be a minus. Excuse me. The favorites tend to cover these numbers. Now in the 1 and 2 range, it's dogs outright. Here again, uh, I just say kind of Washington. I think Ron Rivera's on the hot seat this year, but I don't know. At the 4, Kansas City might be worth a look. Steelers and the Jags, uh, 3.5, 43. Little bit of movement. This was 2.5, kind of jacked up. This was actually a 4 on Monday night, back down to 3.5. I still kind of lean to Higgs. I mean, they've hurt me the last 2 games, but I'm a glutton for punishment. I'll lean a little Jags here for argument's sake. If you're looking to get down on this game, Vegas and Miami. Again, why I forgot that I got Miami at minus. It should be a +1.5. I apologize. And now it didn't even add there. What's happening? This is what happens when you rush through. When you got back to school night. And this line here, I got Miami +2. Vegas looks pretty focused. Miami, though, to me, and I'm not high on Miami. Everybody's kind of loving uh, the Tua showdown here. For me, though, I'll take a couple points here at home. Miami, Vegas, even when Raiders were in LA, Oakland, Vegas, it's Miami in August. It's humid. I don't care. It's preseason. Uh, Conditioning might be a little off for Vegas here. Give me Miami. Got a new comment in the chat. But Daddy, look at this guy. Chiefs looking awful. No defense at all. No, totally understand with the Chiefs. I get it, but it's also, you know, um, I'm just pulling up the box score here for Kansas City. With the Washington, this team to me is like I said last week with them. I don't know. They between the another name change, you have the owner with crap going on. Uh, Assistant coach getting fined in preseason, just like nonsense. It, okay, you bring in a new quarterback, and then what? He gets kind of like ridiculed in his interview over there. More off the field nonsense that they don't need. Uh, Again, the Chiefs. We talk about the defense. I don't know. Is it because they played? They give up some points to Chicago in the second half. I don't know. The first half they looked pretty good. They pitched a shutout. And I go back to historic kind of numbers. And again, I've said this in Midday Money. I said it Ross. I think we're going to have to go forward after this season between the COVIDs and now the less preseason games. I think we're going to have to adjust. At least I'm going to adjust. I'm sure other guys are too. The way these games used to be played. Rangers need to win this game. But then I said this in Midday Money. And where have you been? You haven't been to Midday Money in a bit. To bet the Rangers, I had the Rangers the other day and the over. They lose 2-1. I think I had to run. The Rangers run line. Couldn't get anything done. They fired the coach before the game. Now they get rid of the GM or whatever. Stay away. Stay away from the Rangers. Raiders playing good, yes, but it's still just preseason for me. So I'm not, they're playing all right. Doesn't mean I'm going to run to bet them here. Cross country game for them. Sign me up for a little Miami action here. 16 points versus the Bears. I mean, have you followed football at all? Do you know anything about preseason football and what to look for? Don't worry about that stuff. But Daddy, the pen is coming out. I know you've seen me do this before. Now I gotta roll down. But Daddy, KC basically stinks. No defense. All right, we're gonna find out. Over Texas, humidity and weather very hot. Well, that's Texas, baby. It's definitely a little humid down here. How's that game rolling along, this Texas game? 3-1. Doesn't look good for you. Oh, maybe you got a 3-run shot or something. Are you kidding me? The Mets 6-5. What happened to the run line here? What happened to the Mets? I'm glad Tim and Nick didn't pop in their crap Met team. Let's get back to the games here. Tampa and Tennessee. Tampa is a team I'm not looking to play on. It's 338. Not much movement. Total from 41 down to 41 and a half to 38. Yeah, take the under. Tampa Bay. I got the under opening day against the Cowboys at 52. They lose their starting center, lose a backup center. No Brady in the preseason. Not shocked, but hey, he was retiring because he wanted to be with his family. He said it's stressful. So, right, you want to be with your family. I get it. I get it, Tom. Those family people, we understand. You're breaking a lot of, I shouldn't say breaking in new elements, but you got some new pieces coming along here. And your quarterback's not here. I don't know. Tennessee for me. I can't back Tampa Bay this preseason. Brady or no Brady? Nope. Dallas in week 1 too. Take Dallas money line plus a $1.25 on opening day, whatever it is. Niners and Minnesota. This was a 3.5 up to a 5 in some spots right now. I see. Total 39.5 opener, 42 later that night. Now back at 39.5. But again, number up to 4.5 and 5 in some spots. And listen, I kind of like Minnesota for the regular season. 5 is a big chunk to lay, but we come back to our numbers with teams as a favorite just covering at a. Let's pull up the notes when we get the teams laying bigger points here. And here we go. Where is it? That is my totals. Here we go. 3 to 7 points, 56.5%, 56.4%. Faves laying 3.5 to 7 in the preseason. Dogs 1 to 3, 59%. Anything more than that, it's favorite town. Dallas Chargers. This was a pick 'em. Jumps to 3 with Chargers. I almost said San Diego Chargers. Give me Dallas money line here, and this is a simple play for me based on as pathetic and anemic and derelict. It was just a hot Dallas mess. Everybody's gonna bet the Chargers out of pick 'em. Totally understand. Oh man, just gotta beat Dallas. Sure. I don't like the coach. I don't like anything about Dallas this year. I'm a Cowboy fan. I think they're an under team. I think they could be the 4th best team in the division. Maybe they'll be battling the Redskins for last place, I think. Give me Dallas at 140 because as bad as you look, you're never that bad. Dallas 140. On to Sunday, Eagles and the Browns. This was 3 and 41. Now it's 2 and 37. People buying in Cleveland, just like last week, right? It's you're gonna get to Sean Watson. Everybody's excited. You got backup quarterbacks here, right? Someone's going to be a starter if we get suspensions going on. I see the Brown love. I understand it. I had the faded Eagles last week. Was what it was. Kind of looked into that Jet game. I'm not going to lie. I can't say it was. I joke and come in and say never in doubt. 14 points late. I'll fade the Eagles here, though, as well, I think. Cincy and the Giants. A 3 to a 5.5. This isn't Baltimore, who've won 20 straight. and 43 of 55 or whatever they're kind of run they're on. But the 5.5, this is kind of like the Giants. You got two QBs kind of battling. Daniel Jones, maybe he gets a little bit of a step up because he's the first round pick or whatever, but he's not this guy's pick. This guy's looking to win. He's got to make a name for himself. He's going to give the other cat a fair shake. Give me the quarterbacks here on the Giants. Fade the Bengals. Bengals, high hopes. High hopes for Cincy. Not worried about the Giants in week 2 of NFL preseason on a Saturday in August. Raven line, no shocker here. 4. This was a 6. Now it's 5.5. Total 41.5 down to 38.5 at some spots. Do you dare step in front of Harbaugh and the win machine that is Baltimore Ravens? I had the Ravens last week. I couldn't pull in front of them this week. I couldn't do it. It's just tough. On the road, 5.5. I understand it's right. You go against it. I'm all for riding a big wave. But I'm going to be honest, I haven't rode the other 20 straight in this series or 40 of the last 50 for Baltimore for that matter. This spot here, and I ran down 118 and 93 coming into this preseason. 56% with these faves, 3.5 to 7. Plays right into the Ravens' hands. Again, I say just tread lightly on this one. Everyone knows about Baltimore. Monday night, Falcons, Jets, 239.5. This was a 1. It jacked up a little bit with Atlanta. I don't know. I kind of like the Jets. I'm hoping that we don't get Flacco. I don't want to see Flacco out there. Give me Matt White all day. Twice on a Monday night. And Atlanta, here we go. Will we see any Mariota for extended period of time here? Possibly. Ritter didn't look terrible in his outing. I would just kind of lean Jets simply because as much as the Zach injury, not crazy major, and again, maybe their QB, maybe the coach is just going to be like, yeah, Joe Flacco's our guy. I don't know. I don't need a second Statue of Liberty. In the Meadowlands. You got that right in the river there. I want to see Matt White. He performed all right last year. Let this guy get some reps. Give me the Jets here. And we'll get to the comments real fast. We got a couple other ones here. Mike, overs have been covering 14 and 3. Yes, 30s, low 40s. Here's the thing, though, Mike. And as much as all those totals shot up from 33 to 37 by game time, right? By the time we hit 8 in a row, the totals were all out of water. These totals all jumped into the 40s, 41s, 42s, 43s, and they all kind of ticked down a little bit. Public sees the overs, are going to jump on the over. That's what they do. I think we'll see a little back to the norm a little bit here. You'd think. But I don't know. You look at these scores. 23-21, 23-20, 24-13, 27-23, 24-21, 36-23, 28-21, 23-21, 27-24, 26-24, 32, 20s across the board. Normally, this is a late preseason kind of thing. And I'll repeat myself. I don't care. We had the COVID seasons, and you got now less games. I think, and I'm going to think, I pretty much know that preseason now you're going to kind of adjust these kind of numbers to what it is. And what it is you're going to see some offense out of the gate. Most quarterbacks are now playing in pro offenses in college, right? All kind of spreads, throwing the ball all over the place. So, yeah, I think overs in the first week are going to cash a little more in preseason. But you got to see we got to see what kind of overreaction we get here, right? Because we got a lot of, mid 40 scores, and these are all still under a lot of these scores from last week. Uh, Again, as much as I like to make money in preseason, am I running to bet all these overs again? Heck no. Am I running to bet the unders because I think it's get the public time? Nope. Nope. Frank, how are you tonight? Thanks for popping in. So, 3-1 in the show with our picks. Tomorrow we got Seattle. Again, bad number for me here, but I'm going to put out my numbers that I posted in the chat. I forgot to put the Bills are -4, but Seattle tomorrow, Panthers money line, Bills -4, Sunday Giants. So favorite time. Favorite time. I'm a dog guy, yes, but I'll grab some faves here in preseason. 6-3 with all of our plays in preseason. Not too bad. And again, for the midday money show, the picks cast a little bit last week. We started out bad. We had the loser opening day Hall of Fame game, but we've recovered 3 in a row. That's it. Come back for midday money tomorrow. We'll talk some baseball, and of course, Bears Seattle tomorrow. But appreciate those of you who stopped in. Bye bye.